Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And a few moments ago, before we're gonna begin with this video, I eventually watched Police Chases, by the way, from BeamNG and Driver Syndicate. But for today's video, up next is gonna be video will be for another one as well. So we're gonna get throughout for Dragon City first as before this one as well. We entered Dragon City Comic Studio, and by the way, that wouldn't absolutely that cost a little bit for this as well. So it was absolutely from the Dragon City from the mobile game, and I have seen from those game advertisements since 2016, 2017, or I'm not probably sure that I just found out for some sort of Dragon City like this thing as well. The game releases back for some kind of a year ago, but don't ever be able to be comment for this thing as well, as might able to be finding out that I just tried to find myself in the internet searches, and I wouldn't believe that I just seen around here from the internet videos, but I didn't mention to see like this thing as well. So we're gonna be finding another spin-off called Monster Legends, and that features around from Vanos and Mr. Beast, and probably was a little bit of time, and I could be able to be searching for Monster City. I mean, this is not gonna be the city like of monsters as well. We're going to be find as Monster Legends, and I couldn't able to be finding here as well for the spin-off as well. And as I type Legends, that wasn't able to be exist in Comic Studio, but looked like we featured around here Monster High. So this is where my sister have watched it for probably that we just totally guessed. And so that might going to be taking too many videos for this thing for this entire journey before the end of the month, and I couldn't be actually trying to do this whatsoever that I just confirmed like this. So whenever that I'm not going to be finding whatsoever that I just completely typed Monster Legends, nothing especially right here, but nothing that nowhere to be searching for as well. The current monsters would actually for the most legendary monster baby dragon as well. And I'm probably that must be for such as many dragons available for around here in this game. So I should be able to be finding as well for some sort of like starting with this thing as dragon, which features evolution or not. And I mean that must be still some kind of an evolution like this. Another one was actually for non-transparent like this, and turn into some sort of ridiculous monster as well. Even that I just not gonna be saying for some sort of sidekick. But all of those titan monsters, and though must be the heroic monsters like those, the dragons as well. So the heroic like those things could be even ridiculous, such as the beasts, and that must be the armored Paysum dragon. And I wasn't able to be turning back as well, but I cannot able to be finding as well. And there's another one called the Kung Fu Karma Dragon. What on earth that I just seen for some sort of breeds and turn into some kind of ridiculous, even for that thing as known as well. So I gotta be find out for the internet searches before I just probably seeing this as well, which features fruits as for some sort of like this thing as well. Even for the features tomatoes as well. The effects like this could be for one piece of mind like this. There must be land over here, except the effects like the fire breathing like this. But only the backgrounds shouldn't be absolutely like this. That must be limited as well for such as the level of one. And it couldn't actually go on to be connected to anything as well. That must be the dock over here as well. We wouldn't able to be started around as well. And everything wasn't like that transparent like anyways as well. So probably I'll be right back of this video if I find for some sort of the internet searches. I have looked around from the internet videos, but there must be some sort of knockoffs like this thing as well. I probably seen this that released it from 2012, and I believe that we've seen from other kinds of the internet videos like this wasn't going to be possibly that I just absolutely found out that Cookie Run was absolutely copying like anything as well, for such as the Clash of Clans, Boom Beach, and any more other kinds of Dragon City games. Which led to, I'm not pretty sure, which led to some kind of like this thing as well, so I pretty added for so much as well, like I just probably to do. So when I just probably back here as well, we're seeing the backgrounds, and this is absolutely going to be for what I just expected around here. So I'm going to be finding for some studio crossovers and searching Cookie Run, and probably that must be for some sort of this. This is actually going to be, I'm finding for some kind of the extra Cookie Run characters as well, and I'm probably find as well UIs, and this is not going to be for the same thing. It was going to be the UI as well. I never seen this as possible, and it was copying like this, some sort of this thing as well. Or maybe this is actually for the UI of the Cookie Run Kingdom looks like. Even for this thing, as I'm pretty seeing this for some sort of thing, and which must be featured for the Polish Cow in this comic studio anyways. So, before we might able to begin of this video, I never completely that I just suspected as well that anything of its kind wasn't gonna be probably a little bit original as well, since I never found out all that I just calculating for some sort of other kinds of games, and the company was absolutely probably that I find actually that I just owned. No, I didn't own of this game. It was owned by the company that I just completely found out what it is. I have compared one of the buildings, including for some sort of like this thing as well. The landscapes like anything as well, but it only has for some sort of like for these things as well, for the floating buildings, and which features arenas and some kind of like these things as well. And even for that, for some sort of, it's not going to be just like the same building as even possible. That must be the decorations like anything as well, and I'm probably found out for some sort of like those things. Could be the Cookie Castle itself, and I might not going to be find something as well. That must be the arena cables as well, and that must be for some sort of the PvP. The statues like themselves probably looks like this. The statues like this were absolutely like the same. It's not gonna be the same as anyways. And just like that, that was absolutely unbelievable. I have never seen this quite fully before. And it was, I'm not pretty sure that was absolutely to do this as ranks. So, it's not going to be the same as well. And the profiles and the other decorators like those things. This is not even possibly that I just found out. It's not for real. That wasn't going to be kind of like this as well. So that must be the decorations like those things. And I cannot believe that I just never be able to be finded to see them. Now let's get back into the video that we're going to be finishing this. I found out where the Dragon City was released back in 2012. This is where Forza Horizon released by October, only for under 15 years ago that I have seen this in the evolution of Forza games as well, that I've probably seen this, but I suspected the original amount of UIs that were currently for some sort of games as well, such as Clash of Clans and Boom Beach, and probably like anything as well for many more game knockoffs, like anything as well as the Dragon City, and multiple knockoffs of Dragon Cities, including for some sort of Dragon City games and other kinds of like these things anyways. before we're gonna be end of this video, that we're probably having for a pretty surprise to be fitting around as well for some sort of dragons like themselves. I haven't looked for some sort of dragons to become enormously big as well, but I have seen already around here in the internet videos as well that we told this out like anything as well. So let's see the results and look how we got here. So we eventually added for some sort of cookie run background images around them, and especially we added kind of dragons as well, including South Park characters that was almost everywhere around of those horseless head as well. The headless horse, including, we've totally forgot the piglins that we did added for some kind of one day as well. So am I gonna be finding somewhere else for Minecraft as well? Added Eric Cartmans around here, stands and Kenny's as well for even impossible. That must be Princess Kenny over here, beyond of those dragons, and probably like the surroundings of the dragons. Couldn't be much everywhere as possible. So we move it to the third page, and we just pretty seen Minecraft as well. I'm gonna be going for Minecraft as well and add something a little bit. So I added zombie piglins. It was actually for some sort of like the old version. The old version of the zombie piglins could be even this. So that shouldn't be able to be attacking charger like this. So this is the zombie piglin. I just eventually added just in case. And probably that will be it as well for today's video as well. So added a couple of dragons like themselves as well. A devilish angel came from South Park, and probably it came from the darkness and into the core like this thing for some sort of the out of core, and the gunships from the Combine from Half-Life 2 are fighting against him for like this thing as well. So that will be pretty as unusual that we probably say. If you're going to be seeing this before this some kind of taken down as well, it was owned by a company as well, from its well that I just came from. I didn't read this for eventually until I just completely forget it. I just totally forgetting it as well. So if you probably find here for the comments as well that you're going to be written around here, I would think I was totally right and about of this situation. Don't ever comment of this video because I already know about the company as well that I just pretty seen for this as well. So thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be see you in another video as well. And don't forget that the link is gonna be in description to browse some comics, expect ad pop-ups and any more cringe content like anything as well. So you might going to be getting around here with this as well, and it's going to be age rating at 7 years or 9 years old. To visit this link into the description below. So thanks for watching, and I gotta be seeing mini ads and comic studio users all later by the next 2 days. I'll be seeing you in another video, and have a nice day, folks.